happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Adam. This is Vancity Audi, and you might be wondering what the hell I'm doing starting out a video in my car, idling, sitting at a stoplight. That is because I am at Mission Raceway and I got here really late today, because if you paid attention to the last video, we finalized the aero kit and the custom center mounted exhaust on the RS3. So I got here super late today. So I'm sitting in traffic. There is a massive lineup to get in today. I have never seen Mission Raceway Park this insanely busy. So I just give you a little bit of an intro. Still running the exact same setup, Unitronic Stage 3, utilizing a TTE 777 hybrid turbo from the Turbo Engineers. Everything else on the car is the same, except for the fact I have that centerpiece exhaust, which weighs 15.5 pounds, instead of the 66-pound OEM exhaust, which most people would normally run, but I don't ever run with an exhaust on. So I'm 16.5 pounds heavier because of that titanium exhaust, and I'm also probably about 5 to 8 pounds heavier with the aluminum sheeting that Kyle put together to help for the aerodynamic features of this car. So overall, I'd say I'm probably 22 to 25 pounds heavier, but if you guys are subscribers, you know that in the opening video this year for the drag racing season, I announced that I was 24 pounds lighter. I'm actually 29 pounds lighter now. So with the changes in the additional weight, I am still slightly lighter than before because of the fact that I've lost weight. So enough of my talking. Once we're through the lineup and we are set to go, I'll get the car ready and I'll get out there and get my first quarter-mile pass done. What can I say? I lied to you guys. I'm not at the drag strip yet. I just prepped the car. If you didn't see the last video and you don't know what this epic center mount custom exhaust from Reiter Performance looks like, here it is in all its glory. That's about as good as we're gonna get, folks. Gloss black matching right in. So gigantic. Oh, baby. This is gonna be good. I am excited to hear what this sounds like at full throttle. So I'm in the staging lanes waiting to be called up. I just wanted to let you guys know we're sitting currently at 1000 DA, and I think it is about 23 degrees Celsius. Forgive me, Americans. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but I'm sure you can Google that and figure it out. Today we're going in with the old school method where I know how much boost these tires can handle without spinning too much on launch. So I'm hoping that with my launch technique, rather than just building all this boost, will net me better results with this aerodynamic kit under the car, as well as an exhaust where the heat is vented out the back of the car rather than underneath the car. Let's try this out. I'm not going to be racing the guy beside me, just going to try to get a good time. So really bad news. I don't like making excuses on this channel. I only share bad news with you guys if I'm confident it's gonna have a negative impact. I changed my alignment last time out on the rears, and it really wore the tires in a horrible way. The insides on both of my rear tires have just been completely angled off. I thought I'd switch them to the front today to see if I could do a burnout, kind of even them out. I know it doesn't really make logical sense, but that was the goal. On launch there, the front end of the car was all over the place. It was pulling left, it was pulling right, it was not pulling straight. And my guess is because the bloody tires are now warped and cupped on the inside. I'll talk to Kyle in the pits from Reiter Performance. We'll figure out what we want to do. Maybe we'll switch those back to the rear and put the other ones on the front, because obviously you want as flat a surface as you possibly can to get traction, considering these are front wheel drive biased all-wheel drive systems. Okay guys, I get back to the pits. I'm thinking it's the tires, and I'll show you why I thought that. So the last time out, we ran these on the rear, and they are extremely worn on the inside. They're not flat anymore. Angled too much. It wore like crazy on the rears. These are still flat, so all we were gonna do is switch them over. But when I went to switch them over, the inside of the barrel was covered in grease. And while Kyle's on the ground, I'll show you guys, hopefully we can see this, something has officially exploded. So this car is done for the day. We'll get under here and take a look and see what we see. Maybe boot, CV, something's toast, but that's why the car felt so weird. What a depressive night. 9.6 at 144 with a broken boot. Kyle got up and underneath the car and found a hole on the back side of the CV boot on the driver's side. So no more racing for tonight, one and done. That makes 3 CV boots that I've broken. We broke the joint in the rear last year. We broke the passenger side boot, what was it, this year, earlier in the year? I can't even remember, honestly. And now the driver side. It looks like we're gonna have to start beefing up these axles, because it does not like the front wheel drive burnout, and on launch, that much torque is starting to break things. So we're gonna see what we can do to fix it, but that's all you're getting out of this video is a broken front CV boot, and that's calling it a day. Shortest video ever. Thank you all for watching, guys. I hope next time I can get out to the track and actually perform better. Manage to get a 9.2, hopefully. We're hoping with the additional aero that we manage to get a better time. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and until next time, take care.